What's up, everybody? You are listening to the Think Big podcast. I'm your host, Ayelet Polonsky, also known as your manifestation mentor. This podcast is designed to help you create a manifestation mindset by learning how to think big. You'll learn to use your thoughts to co-create your reality. Let's get into today's episode. Have you ever given a speech or created a piece of artwork, played a sport or instrument you love, and felt so incredibly focused and alive that it almost felt like time completely disappeared? The moments when your mind becomes totally absorbed in whatever it is you're doing, that's called flow state. When you're in a state of flow, your entire being is immersed in the activity that you're doing, and everything seems to be working together in complete harmony, like the most beautiful orchestra. I know for myself, I get this feeling of being in flow state when public speaking. It's those times when I feel like something bigger than me is doing the talking, and I've completely gotten out of my own way. It's that state when you're not judging every move, every next step. You're not planning. You're just allowing. There's a receiving to it, an unfolding. It's the most incredible feeling. Not only does it feel really good, but studies show that you also accomplish more in less amount of time when you access flow. Research has shown that learning rates in flow increased by, get this, 470%. 470%. What that means is that flow can cut the amount of time that you would normally spend on any task in half. It's the whole idea of going downstream versus upstream. Who is going to struggle more? The person going against the current or the person flowing with the current? The answer is obvious. That's flow. Studies done on athletes when they're in the zone in sports, it's called going unconscious, show that their brainwaves operate similarly to those in a deep state of meditation. In fact, leading authority on positive psychology, Dr. Mihaly, coined the term flow in the 1960s. He found that money is actually not the leading factor in what makes people happy, but rather humans are the happiest when they are in a state of flow. It's the reason that you feel high, a natural high after giving a performance. So let's understand, what's the connection between flow state and manifestation? Well, according to the holy Jewish sage Rabbi Nachman, he says that in other words, being in this flow state is a huge mitzvah. It's a really big deal because it allows us to be in that constant state of happiness. In fact, Jewish wisdom states that prophecy was only achieved when a prophet was in an elevated state of simcha, of happiness, which we are able to access when we are in flow. The moment a prophet became sad or frustrated, her ability to have a direct phone line with the divine got severed. And in order to co-create our reality, that phone line, that channel has to be an open line of communication. And we open that pipeline through happiness, which we access when we are in flow. Studies have shown that flow state for people gets us even happier than all the money, all the material goods in the world. Flow state is one of the most happiest, ecstatic states a person can experience in the human body. So here we have it, 3 tips to help you achieve that optimal state of flow. 1, remove all distractions. What does this mean? If you're focusing on something, if you're studying, if you're writing, if you're preparing, wear headphones. Put your phone on airplane mode, or better yet, put your phone in a closet, in a drawer, in another room. Create a study space. Your external environment has a huge impact on your internal environment. So if you're studying or trying to get into flow when you are sitting in bed with your computer, subconsciously your mind is saying, I want to go to sleep. So have spaces that are designated for whatever task you have in front of you. Close your door if you have one. Schedule blocks of uninterrupted time on your calendar. What really helps also, and this is all encapsulated in just step 1, so I hope you're taking notes. Set an alarm clock for 25 minutes or any reasonable amount of time. This is also known as the Pomodoro technique. The idea is you only allow yourself to work on one task during that allotted time you've given yourself. When we create massive lists, we end up feeling paralyzed, and oftentimes we don't even know where to start. So you pick one task, set a timer, and jump all in. Think about it like this, because studies have shown that successful people live with constant deadlines that they create for themselves. In other words, if someone knows they have 5 years to make X amount of money, what they'll do is they'll put off for later what they can accomplish in a matter of 2 months if they incorporate this Pomodoro technique. So when you give yourself a designated amount of time to work on something, you are training the neurons in your brain to become accustomed to accessing flow states. Step 2 is become a yes man or woman. In other words, get into the habit of saying yes to life, yes to opportunities, yes to suggestions and questions. What this does is it trains your mind to lower the amount of resistance that you experience. It's resistance that we have to that co-creative force that wants to shower us with abundance. When we start overanalyzing, or the self-assessing mechanism in our head is, should I go this way? Should I go that way? Should I go up? Should I go down? Should I date him? Should I not? Should I take this job? Should I not? Should I move to this new place? Should I not? Get the house? No, yes. It's that back and forth monkey in our mind that can never settle on a decision, is always indecisive, right? That creates resistance. And that is the opposite of what it means to be a yes person. Okay, the idea here is you want to flow with the universe, not create more resistance. What you resist persists. The more you resist something, the more you end up closing doors of possibilities and opportunities for yourself. Your job is to create more opportunity and to see more revealed miracles in your life. And so you do this by saying yes as often as you can, even if it feels a bit ridiculous at first. And the final technique is called the meditation flame. The Zohar suggests that by focusing on a particular sense, be it sight, sound, smell, taste, or touch, we are able to calm our minds and live more fully in the present. A common technique used in modern psychotherapy uses a candle as a focus for mindfulness meditation. You basically sit in a dark room and mindfully watch the candle flame flicker. You can do this for 5 minutes or more every night before bed to see the results play out in your daily life. This technique is actually known to improve concentration and mood, decrease anxiety, which is all needed in order to prepare the mind for powerful manifestations. Flow is accomplished when you are in the present moment, right here, right now. That's a whole nother talk. We can speak hours about how to access the present moment. But for now, just know that when you are stuck in feelings of resentment or guilt, you're most likely living in the past. Your mind is time traveling backwards. And if you're feeling stuck with thoughts of anxiety, feelings of fear, you're most likely time traveling into the future. All of those experiences take you out of the here and now. Flow state, I can't emphasize its power and significance enough. For the first time in history, flow has begun to crack the code to peak performance, and the ability to co-create becomes more of a reality as a result. So know that accessing flow state is a key to thinking big and allowing manifestations to chase you. If you enjoyed this episode and would like more manifestation inspiration, tune in every Monday for a new episode. Be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out on an episode. What you get out of this show means the world to me, so I invite you to leave an honest review. And if you want more, you can follow me on social media at Ayelet Polonsky. And if you want to learn how to manifest a life you love, head on over to ayeletpolonsky.com to check out the courses that I offer. See you next week. And as always, think big and happy manifesting.